13 chilling facts about the Winchester Mystery House. If you're a fan of the whimsical, the unexplainable, and the supernatural, well then visiting Winchester Mystery House should definitely be on your bucket list. Located in San Jose, California, this mansion is an architectural and historic landmark with an undeniably compelling story behind it. Here are 14 interesting facts about Winchester House. 1. It started out small. When the first parts of the structure were laid in the ground, the building that became the Winchester Mystery House wasn't planned to be a mansion. The original owners envisioned it as a farmhouse, but for reasons unknown, they couldn't complete construction and left it in its unfinished state. Little did they know what destiny had in store for it. And who knows? Perhaps there was a supernatural reason behind their departure as well. 2. It caught the eye of a wealthy widow. A Connecticut woman named Sarah Winchester is responsible for the mansion as we know it. For her, it was love at first sight. She'd moved to California after her husband, William Wirt Winchester, had passed. She was looking for a house to buy, and this unfinished farmhouse in Santa Clara Valley seemed perfect, and it was all for one reason in particular. 3. She was very rich. Sarah Winchester received a huge fortune from her late husband, who'd been the treasurer and sole successor to the Winchester Repeating Arms Company. She not only inherited $20 million, that's equal to $543 million in 2019, but also got 50% ownership of the hugely successful company when he passed. That meant she was making $1,000 per day. Nowadays, that would be equal to $26,000 per day. 4. It has stairways that lead to nowhere. What happens when you're an eccentric old lady with a lot of money? Whatever the heck you want. Who needed staircases which actually led to somewhere? Not Sarah Winchester. Whether she put them in because she wanted to confuse the spirits that haunted her, or just because it took her fancy, who knows? 5. They can't keep track. For many years people couldn't even agree on the exact number of rooms the house contained. The general consensus now is that there are 161 rooms, which include 40 bedrooms, 2 ballrooms, 1 unfinished, 6 kitchens, and 13 bathrooms. What an upgrade from the 8-room farmhouse it used to be. But guess what? This may not even be the final number of rooms. 6. It's ever expanding. There's a reason why it's called the Winchester Mystery House. After all, it keeps revealing cryptic new secrets. In 1975, people actually discovered a new room. It contained just 2 chairs and a phonograph speaker from the 1900s. Supposedly Sarah forgot all about having this room built and had more rooms constructed all around it, but it doesn't end there. Yet another new room revealed itself inside an attic area in 2016. This one had more stuff in it though, including paintings, an organ, a sewing machine, and a couch. What are the odds that yet another secret room is going to be discovered in the future? 7. It allows communication with spirits. When you're going to build over 100 rooms, you might as well build one to use for communicating with spirits, especially since they have such strict specifications on their area of residence. Winchester had a seance room, where she went every night to discuss building plans with the spirits. The room only had 1 entrance, but 3 exits. Why? To prevent anyone from exiting from the same door they entered in from, of course. 8. Sarah loved a certain number. It may be unlucky for some, but Sarah Winchester loved the number 13. The house had many 13-paned windows, 13 step stairways, 13 paneled ceilings, there were 13 coat hooks in the seance room, 13 drains in the sinks, 13 stars in a lead light window she designed, and 13 bathrooms. Most interestingly, the 13th bathroom also has 13 windows. She didn't stop at her house, she made it abundantly clear just how important 13 was to her in another way. 9. It transfixed her. Winchesters will also bore testimony to how important number 13 was to her. It had 13 sections, each of which she had signed 13 times. Now if that isn't pure dedication, I don't know what is. 10. It has closed doors. Basically, What that means is that you often can't exit through the exits or enter through what appear to be entrances. Many doors open to blank walls, and one on the second floor opens to a steep drop into nothingness, well, technically the yard below, but no one wants to feel their foot hover over that type of drop. Even more spooky? It also has trapdoors and secret passages, and no one seems to know exactly how many. 11. It has inspired many spooky stories. Apart from the ghostly groundskeeper who many claim to have seen, a lot of visitors to the house have felt someone unseen tugging at their clothes. A maintenance worker also insisted he'd heard footsteps going up the third floor, but when he tried to follow the sound, he couldn't find anyone. He ended up on the roof, all alone. 12. It confused the Mythbusters. All the people who have tried to prove the haunted house story false have left, feeling confused about what hit them. In fact, more visitors reported hearing voices and footsteps in the wake of their leaving than before. 13. Maybe she didn't leave? Some visitors to the house sincerely believe they've seen Sarah Winchester's ghost hanging around the house, specifically close to her bedroom. One tour guide swears she saw her ghost look very annoyed when she saw a tour group led inside her bedroom. Can't blame her, who'd be okay with random strangers walking around their bedroom. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell to be notified of new videos.